For more Liquid Lunch, head over to YouTube, do a search for Liquid Lunch TV, and hit that subscribe button.
Hey, welcome back. Just a quarter before the top of the hour, 1 Eastern here in New York. You're watching Liquid Lunch on Newsmax TV. I'm John Tobacco, and we're coming to you live as we do every day, Monday to Friday, from the Question Tequila Studios. And we just got a whole new load in because we went through 2 cases in 2 months. So we're well fortified. And to wrap up the unbelievable guest we have today, we're well fortified as well with Alan Salkin. And Alan, thank you for joining us.
I'm happy to be here. Thanks.
Alan is was formerly a writer with the New York Post, and he's the author of the new book, The Method to the Madness. And get ready for this. It's Donald Trump's ascent as told by those who were hired, fired, inspired, and inaugurated. Alan, thanks for joining us, and thanks for making the longest book title I've ever had.
Do you high five? Are you a high five guy?
Yeah, let's do it. We could do a high five.
You did a good job on that title,
Thank you.
buddy.
Let's ring the bell. High five.
Yeah.
Frank hates when I ring the bell too much in the show.
I heard that, yeah.
You know, he don't overuse the bell.
Frank's in our book, actually.
So give us the rundown, and then let's get to some of the characters that you. What are we really getting to with the method to the madness here?
Some people think that Donald Trump just woke up one day about 2015 and he thought, well, I'll run for president. This will be fun. I'll get some. Not true. He studied long and hard and had a strategy that he developed over many years. He almost ran in 1999, which is where our story starts. Mm-hmm. We interview everybody around him through the years. He met with people like Dick Morris and Frank and others. He almost ran for New York State governor in 2014. So we use 114 on the record non-anonymous sources to completely, you cannot read our book and come away with any conclusion other than Trump was intentional and he meant to do this, and he came up obviously with a strategy that even if the election, even if there was some funny business that put him over the edge, he got himself all the way through to that point where he could get elected. He had a strategy.
And little did they know, the left-wing media kept telling everybody, there is no way Trump can win. This is not going to mount. There's no path to victory. He cannot win. And what that did is little by little deteriorate, those kind of moderate voters say, but I don't have to go vote for Hillary. Trump can't win anyway. And those people not showing up, and him, like you said, I'm a Stone disciple. Roger Stone's been a friend and mentor to me for years. And I know Roger's been trying to convince him and coax him and work with him for like almost 20 years now.
Yeah.
And the plan came together. What does Roger Stone contribute to this book and to Donald Trump's method to his madness?
Well, in many ways, this is the book that Roger might write. We have Roger all over this. We have Sam Nunberg. We have all these close advisors really telling that story. The story, what you're saying is so true. Underestimating Donald Trump as a politician, which our book is not about his policy. It's not about what you think about immigration or anything else. It is about how did this guy come from where he was, and Roger was a key point of that, and get to where he is. Underestimating him is a mistake, and people now see that.
Now, I'm not a registered Republican, and I try to keep it real. We have Republicans and Democrats on every day. Is there anything on this show that would lead you to believe that I'm a fervent Trump supporter?
I'm worried about your pen. That you're going to run out of ink, and then what are you going to do? Do you know where to get more of those?
I'm going to order a case.
Okay.
Also, my co-host Frank Morano is in this book. Tell us about Frank's contribution to the method to the madness.
Frank was one of the 114 non-anonymous sources. He was heavily involved in Trump's almost run for governor, which was in 2014. This is how the book started. Aaron Short, my co-author, came to me, and he had great sources around that period of Trump's life. And we wrote a chapter, and I was like, I did not realize how close Trump really came. If Ed Cox, this is a little inside baseball, but if Ed Cox, the New York State Republican chair at the time, had cleared the way so Trump didn't have a challenge, he might very well have run for governor. And the idea was he'd win for governor against Cuomo, which was probably harder than beating Hillary.
Right.
And then that would springboard him into becoming running for president. And guess who thought that they were going to be the lieutenant governor candidate?
Tell me.
Michael Cohen.
Michael Cohen was
Yes.
going to be lieutenant governor.
Imagine
Wow.
that.
Well, he's cooling his heels. Even though he ratted on the president, he's still
He's not the first politician.
in jail.
Yeah.
And, I had Sam Nunberg on, I had Roger Stone on, I had Jerome Corsi on, I had all these people that were caught up in the collusion delusion, I call it. And everyone, like you said, you got 114 sources. All these people told me straight up, we didn't do anything. And it turns out at the end, they were right. So you got some real sources here. Go out and check out this book if you really want to understand that Trump wasn't some flash in the pan that came flying down an escalator and said, hey, I'm going to make fun of Mexicans and become president. This was an orchestrated plan over a decade in the works. And Alan Salkin, I want to thank you for joining us
so
today
much,
on
Sean.
Liquid
A
Lunch.
real
You
treat.
go out there and you get Method to the Madness, tells you all the stuff you need to know on how Trump became president. And we're going to have closing time right after this. Hopefully Frank's going to call in and make fun of me.